Actually, I got a DAR meeting at 6:30,
Oh, all right.
but I'll be late for that. I told them I would be late. But if this drags on, I won't go.
Everyone, please rise for the flag salute. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Madam Clerk, roll call, please.
Here.
You're right.
Councilman Rakowski.
Here.
Councilman Morrissey.
Here.
Councilwoman Patton. Here. Councilwoman Simmons. Here. Council President Randolph Sharp, excused absence. Mayor Roach.
Here. First up, Resolution 2023-193, promotion of superior officer, Councilor.
Whereas the Borough of Lindenwold has identified a need to fulfill the positions of captain, lieutenant, and sergeant in the Lindenwold Police Department. And whereas civil service guidelines have been completed. And whereas it is the procedure of the Borough of Lindenwold to promote employees by resolution. And whereas Mayor and Council has accepted the recommendation to appoint Lieutenant Robert Huddleston to the position of police captain, Sergeant Adam Perico to the position of police lieutenant, and Patrolman Daniel Kahn to the position of police sergeant. Therefore, be it resolved by the Mayor and Borough Council of the Borough of Lindenwold that Lieutenant Robert Huddleston be promoted to the position of police captain, Sergeant Adam Perico be promoted to the position of police lieutenant, and Patrolman Daniel Kahn be promoted to the position of police sergeant.
Entertain a motion, please.
So moved.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions? Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess. Yes. Councilman Rakowski.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton. Yes. Councilwoman Simmons. Yes.
Okay, we have Deputy Chief McStafford first. Ready? I state your name.
I, Justin Ostolsky,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
and that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
And I do further solemnly swear
And I do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Deputy Chief
of the office of Deputy Chief
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Sergeant Carn? Raise your right hand, repeat after me, please. I state your name,
I, Daniel Kahn,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution
that I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of New Jersey,
of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith
that I will bear true faith
and allegiance to the same
and allegiance to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
and under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly swear
Do further solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
I will faithfully
impartially,
and impartially
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of police sergeant
of police sergeant
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
There's no clue what's actually going on in Hill.
Everybody okay with taking a 5-minute recess? We're going to take a 5-minute recess while everybody gets to take pictures.
And I have a copy for all the
Good, I did that too.
trying to hide you from the camera. You don't pick me out of here, tell
Can you hold a minute? We can't hear anything back here. Thank you.
It was for the approval of the minutes for
Microphone's not on.
No idea what you're saying.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Your mic's not on.
The following reports have been filed in the first. Oh, entertain a motion to pay the bills, sorry.
I make a motion that the bills have been properly audited and signed.
He's got the Bible.
For payment.
And a second, please.
Second.
Question?
Just look for
Roll call.
Councilman West?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton? Yes. Councilwoman Sims?
The following reports are filed in their respective offices and will be included in the minutes for review. Tax collector's report and sewer report and treasurer's report. First reading, ordinance 2023-19, repealing chapter 14, contract and professional services.
I want to answer your question.
I make a motion that ordinance 2023-19 be adopted as read on first reading, published to according to law, posted in Borough Hall with second reading being held at our next regular meeting.
And a second.
Second.
Any questions?
Councilwoman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sims?
First reading, ordinance 2023, amending chapter 276, solid waste and recycling. That's our only, please.
I make a motion that ordinance 2023-20 be adopted as read on first reading, published according to law, posted in Borough Hall with the second reading being held at our next regular meeting.
And a second, please. Questions? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Councilwoman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sims?
Yes.
Second reading, ordinance 2023-18, salary ordinance for the UFCW. At this time, I'd like to open the meeting to the public for any questions or comments regarding ordinance 2023-18. Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion, please.
I make a motion that ordinance 2023-18 be adopted on second reading and published according to law.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess?
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski?
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey?
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton?
Yes.
Councilwoman Sims?
Consent agenda. The items listed below are considered routine by the Borough of Lindenwold and will be acted upon by one motion. There will be no formal discussions of these items. If discussion is desired, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and considered separately. Entertain a motion for resolution 23-194 through 205.
I make a motion that consent agenda items, resolution 2023-194 to 205 be adopted as read.
And a second, please.
Second.
Roll call.
Councilwoman Hess.
Yes.
Councilman Lankowski.
Yes.
Councilman Morrissey.
Yes.
Councilwoman Patton.
Yes.
Councilwoman Sims.
Yes, to all except for resolution 2023-100. That's the top. Which one? 200. 200.
Okay, engineers report. You're up.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. I just wanted to highlight the engineer's report. Carver Avenue, we received a nice state aid allotment, awarded $246,000, about 75% of what was requested, so that's a nice grant. I also wanted to point out that the contractor is substantially complete with Bill Avenue. So I'll be reviewing that. Any other questions? I'd be happy to answer.
Nope. You're always good to me. All right, open to council at this time. Councilman Morrison.
Thank you. The Fire Commission meeting held in November. There were 83 calls responded to, 3 of them were search and rescue. The big news of the day was that they had a fire prevention open house on October 11th, and at that time they unveiled plans for a new firehouse to be built at the site of the Linden Avenue station. The current plans for that would be to relocate all the equipment to Linden Avenue and close the Scott Avenue station and either sell the building or do something else with the building. The free smoke alarms are still available for homeowners. A number of people signed up to get them at the fire prevention open house. If you wish to pick one up or have it installed for you, you can call the fire office at 856-346-0935. Zach McBride, one of their newest firefighters, passed the first phase of his training, has now become advanced to probationary firefighter. And all the vehicles are in service. That's all I've got for you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Hess.
Thank you, Mayor. Lindenwold Public Works. Tons of trash collected, 749. Bulk items picked up, 235. Scrap metal picked up, 69. Concrete picked up, 8. Stumps and logs picked up, 4. Property maintenance, 1. Tons of recycling collected, 75. No injuries, no accidents. Service calls, 42. Stoppages, 23. Main stoppages, 4. Emergency calls, 6. Markouts, 20. Pump station repairs, 8. Troubled areas jetted, 5. Pump stations factored, 3. Laurel Springs calls, service calls, 2. Stoppages, 2. No emergency, no markouts. For our police department, total call service, 1,735. Traffic accidents, 45. Community policing, 88. Traffic enforcement stops, 63. Criminal complaints issued by officers, 40. Traffic summons issued by officers, 33. Criminal complaints issued by citizens, 10. Traffic summons issued by citizens, 0. Detective Bureau investigations, 38. And that is all that I have. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Landowski.
Okay, thank you, Mayor. First, I'd like to congratulate Mayor Roach, Councilwoman Linda Hess, and Councilman-elect Jeremy Jackson over the victory. The Learning Center for the school broke ground this month. Well, it's last month, and it won't be ready until 2025. But all that much needed room, the kids will have that by 2025, which is a real must for our school because we have just so many kindergartners and preschoolers going around. Also, with the school plays coming up, they're having like a a popcorn sale for the kids. So if you know any kids who are in the school play or anything like that, you can go on Facebook. And they cut that out. All right, that's done. All right. The school plays is Alice in Wonderland. It's Thursday the 16th, Friday the 17th, and Saturday the 18th. I'm not sure what times. Sam, what times on that?
Thursday, Friday at 7.
7.
And then I believe 2 o'clock on Friday.
2 o'clock.
7
All
on
right.
Saturday.
Just want to make sure we have that. Okay. And that's Alice in Wonderland. And also, if you know any of the kids who are going to the high school or attending this senior trip, they are going to be selling some pies. It's very expensive. I know I went through with my children what they went on their senior trip, and these little sales they have offset the cost of the working parents who have to pay for it. Not only that, I always thought of it as a good thing because the children actually participate in paying for the cost of their trip. So, I mean, that's a good thing. That's all I got there.
You know how much the pies are?
$16.
$16?
16 on the Love Bakery.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Deluxe
Councilwoman Patton.
Bakery?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just want to thank everyone who attended public events this year. We just had our final public event on Trunk or Treat. That was well attended. Thank you very much. So the concession stand's not closed. Update the borough if we have a holiday contest, a house decorating contest. I haven't contacted the borough yet, so I don't want to make an announcement, but I know a lot of people have asked me about that. As far as the library report, we have books, DVD circulation 140, computer usage 102, patrons 3,621, library materials 14,181, new members adults 6, children 1, for a total of 7. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councilwoman Sinnon.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Congratulations to Linda, Rich, and me on their wins yesterday.
Thank you.
And for senior citizens, I just have a couple things. We're still in open enrollment for Medicare. You have till December 7th to review your plan, make any changes you want to make. If you do not do it by December 7th, you'll be stuck in the plan you have where you might get a better plan. You can either go on Medicare.gov to look at the plans. For what I understand, Medicare's website is not very user-friendly. Or you could go to Kent County Senior Services and talk to one of the counselors over there. This is the SHIP program, which is a state health insurance program. They cannot tell you what to pick, but they can go over the plans, tell you what, like if you go to a hospital, go to doctors, the co-pays and all of that, and they can just show you all the plans that you would be eligible for. Also, this past Monday, the Board of Commissioners had their groundbreaking for a new building on Lakeland Complex. It's going to be a nutrition hub. About 5 years ago, the county took back, we had a grantee doing home delivered meals, and the county took that back. They found out it wasn't running the best it could. They kept meals on doors when nobody was home. You can't leave a meal outside and wait for the people to come home, especially if it's in the summer. So they've taken that back. And it's where it's located right now, it's a bit of a safety issue because it's right in front of our building. People don't look when they pull back. We have a new little girl in our office who's actually blind, and thank God her dog stopped her because one of the drivers didn't look and they were just going to back up. So it's good that it's going to be in its own little area. We have a lot of seniors in that area in the morning, so it's just going to be a good place. The building's going to be 7,500 square feet. It's going to have a refrigerator, a big freezer. It's going to have, so we can store everything there. We'll have an area for dry food to be stored there. Everything with one roof. Last year to this year, it's gone up 846 meals a day of people needing it, and they're thinking by 2025 with estimates that's going to be about 300,000 meals per year that they're going to be delivering out to homebound residents. So to be on home delivered meals, you have to be homebound, you have to have a doctor's note, you'll be reassessed every year. But the drivers will come, they'll give you either a frozen box of 7-day frozen meals that you can put in the microwave and heat up every day to have a meal. If not, you can get a hot meal delivered every single day, which is good because a lot of seniors are not eating if they have to pay so much for medicines and other things that they just don't have the funds. And when you're home alone and you don't have any family, at least somebody's looking at you every day. because the state was talking about one point changing this and having maybe UPS deliver the meals. But the big thing is the eye contact with the resident and seeing and speaking with them every day, because you'll know if something's not right. They're gonna pick up faster than anybody else, and if they don't answer, then they know to call and get somebody in there to make sure that the seniors are okay. So, if you want more information with Home Delivery Meals Program, you can call Felicia Buzz. Her number is 856-374-6396, or you can call Senior Services main number, which is 856-858-3220. But it is a good program. It is someone to talk to every day, and it is someone to see what's happening. The other thing I have asked them to do is have meals for pets also delivered. Like, if they have a pet, it's good, because then they have a companion of some type at home. So I'm still trying to get that through. So maybe I will one day, maybe I won't, but at least you can ask. And that's all I have. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Ms. Thompson.
Good evening, Mayor and Council. The 2023 Municipal Best Practices Inventory Report is as follows. The 2023 inventory assesses each municipality's compliance with various laws and evaluates the implementation of fiscal and operational best practices. The inventory answers provide taxpayers with an additional means of evaluating their municipality's performance, as well as identifies areas where municipalities may require further technical assistance. As in past years, the division must determine whether some portion of a municipality's final Formula 8 payment will be withheld based on the results of this inventory. The 2023 Best Practices Inventory features new and repeat questions on a variety of topics, including ethics, personnel, budget, financial administration, capital projects, transparency, environment, lead remediation, cybersecurity, shared services, special improvement districts, solid waste, recycling, utilities, and procurement. There were a total of 67 questions, which were distributed among 3 scoring categories. Core competencies, 36 questions, best practices, 16 questions, and unscored survey questions of 18. The division has introduced a total of 15 new scored questions for the 2023 inventory. Each municipality must receive a minimum score of 29 on the inventory in order to receive its full final aid payment. Core competencies address statutory and regulatory compliance obligations and other areas critical to sound municipal finance and operations. Best practices involve fiscal and operational practices that are of significant benefit to many municipalities, but not foundational in nature, or uniformly applicable to all municipalities. Unscored survey questions are meant to gather information and do not count toward a municipality's final score, although their completion is a required component of the inventory. The Best Practices Inventory was due on November 3rd, and based on my responses for all of the scored questions, the Borough of Lindenwold received a score of 32.5, resulting in no aid being withheld, which means the town will receive the full final aid payment. Mayor and Council, that completes the report of the 2023 Municipal Best Practices Inventory.
Thank you. The only thing I have is I'd just like to say congratulations to Jermaine and Linda on your election. And thank you very much for your support. With that, I'm going to open the meeting to the public. For anyone from the public wishing to speak, please come to the microphone, state your name and address for the record, and we'll try to keep it to 5 minutes. Mr. Be really careful.
I'm a hard time getting out there. Hill, 30 Columbia Avenue. Come here tonight out of concern of the house in my neighborhood. It's been an eyesore and a problem for years, but we have all tolerated. Until recently, there's been an issue with a vicious pit bull. It has attacked one of my neighbor's dogs, who is also here tonight. It attacked and bit a woman walking down Stone Road. One of the residents insists on blocking it past our house every single day. It's like he's waiting down the street to watch one of us come out of our house. I walk down my steps and there he is with the dog. My wife is terrified of dogs. She's afraid to go out at night when she can't see that he's coming nearby. The police have been called. They can't do anything. Animal control says unless they give it up, they can't do anything. I've had contact with one of your code enforcement officers because I have concern of the residents of the house. Now, the person that I believe owns the house, I was told is renting part of the house out to the family that owns the vicious dog. So I wanted to know whether they had the right to live there or not. There are permits and inspections that need to be done if he's renting it out, and they are clearly not related.
Okay. As soon as this is over, I'll get with you, you give me the address and everything and the information, because there are things we can do. I have the same issue with one of my neighbors, and there's been other ones in town. So I will get with you and take the information and see what I can do for you, okay?
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
It's got us all on edge. If it was just a dog walking down the street, don't have a problem with that. I know it's a public street, but when you have a vicious dog and you still feel the need to flaunt it, I don't get it. And something needs to be done some way, somehow.
I understand. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else in the public wishing to speak? Sure, you can stand there.
I live across the street from John.
You can stand there, go ahead. I can hear you.
My name is Robin White, and I live at 29 Columbia, right across from John. I have a small dog I walk several times a day. None of us is willing to walk past that house because we are so afraid. The dog has been out and loose several times. It bit a jogger, not 4 houses down from us. And we're all afraid that it's going to get out and attack the kids that run up and down the street and ride their scooters up and down the street. And it's clear that the owners of the dog have no responsibility for it. And I don't know what else to do, but I'll tell you, if I bit somebody on the street, the police would come in my house and take me.
Absolutely.
I also have a dog, and he walks the dog right across my yard.
No, I totally sympathize with you.
I did too, but it's my dog that so it's in my backyard, so I'm at the point where I can't even let my kids, my grandkids, or my dogs off my deck.
And their answer was, look, her dog was in the backyard for half an hour.
I have your exact same issue right across the street from my house as well.
So
There are things we can do.
We all would
and we
appreciate
will-
any help.
When I get this information, I will take it up with the code enforcement tomorrow, and we'll get everything in motion. It takes a little while to get done, but it can get done.
Thank you so much.
For the woman whose dog was bit, I'm sorry, I'm trying to say, excuse me, miss, your dog was bit, do you know if that was reported to the health department? Because all bites should be reported to the health department and somebody should be going out.
I filed a police report.
Okay.
I have got that information.
And there were 5 patrol cars in front of that house today. That loose dog bit that jogger who was just going down the street.
Okay. Thank you, John. I'm sorry, man.
That's okay. I have a big dog. Okay, but she's in her own little yard.
Motion to register.
I brought some things for council. I'm going to tell you why I'm here. If you, I only have 6 copies, I think. So if some of you can share, I would appreciate it. I don't know. Let's see. You don't have those. My name is Robin Boyle. I live at 322 First Avenue. Many of you may know the previous owner, Stuart Rice. He had a huge piece of property, the man died. I got lucky and I bought it. Now, behind my home, I have 25-foot, 50 foot or whatever of paper street. I also own, and you'll see a tax bill, 2nd Avenue property. There's a public works gate that gives access to the fire department and public works. It comes down in, the public works cleans out the storm drains. My new neighbor of 8 months continually blocks the gate. He parks right across the gate. My son came over to get firewood this summer and couldn't because the entire gate was blocked. And when the RV was parked there, the motorhome you'll see in one of those pictures, he couldn't get in on the side of the shed that's my property to get to the wood pile so he could take wood to his house. It's not fair. I don't know what else to do. When my husband did the leaves, and this is not in that paperwork, in the last few weeks, he dumped the leaves on 2nd Avenue from the backyard. On 1st Avenue, like the front goes out on 1st. The gentleman came home and shoveled the leaves back into my yard. I've taken this up with Comcast, okay? He's an Xfinity employee driving an Xfinity truck. He parks his Xfinity bucket truck on the street every night or every day. That's against code. I filed with code enforcement. I've called them 4 times. I've emailed them. I've sent him pictures and getting nowhere. By Friday, I will be calling the Department of Environmental Protection, I believe it is, because there's a boat gas tank sitting in the side yard. There is 2 boats, a motorhome, and a big truck at any given time, all blocking that gate. I can't do it. My son tried the other night to talk to him and said, why did you do this? Don't park here. They can't get in and out. My husband has been disabled for 20-some years. What he manages to do, 3/4 of an acre on a riding mower with a cyclone rig. I have a huge piece of property. So I was told I needed to come here and ask the people for a don't block the gate sign or no parking.
Once again, as soon as I'm finished with Mr. McGill, I'll get your information.
Okay.
I'll get into your whole story tomorrow. Yes, please sign that, yes. You know who the inspector was? Code enforcement person?
I have his email. It's T something.
Tyler.
Tyler, I've been leaving message for and calling.
Tyler.
I understand you're a little short-handed, but this gas tank's been sitting out there for 6 months.
Well,
It's gotta go.
I'll check into it, okay? Anyone else in the public wishing to speak?
My name is Erie, 637 Fifth Avenue. Mayor, I have 2 questions. One is, with the salary increases, I know your wife gets 2 salaries, so what, to the homeless, the outreach coordinator and also the library, so what warrants that for her to get the extra salary?
First off, I can't talk about anything to do with my wife because it's a separate issue. So,
I understand,
Council, you want to take care of
so
it?
now that you became mayor again, are you going to do anything about the nepotism that's throughout everywhere with everybody? Let me finish. So I wanted to say congratulations, because I know why you ran again, because eventually you'll be passing the baton to someone who didn't run. It's like the Camden County Shuffle, that's what we do. And I just want to say, I ran a smooth campaign, I didn't hurt anybody, I didn't remove signs, nothing. But I got slandered.
We didn't do anything.
No, I didn't say it was you, but it had to be your followers, because my signs were disappearing. I got slandered, being called a fraud, violent. I should have run for mayor because of a background check by Cheryl's sister, which I think is ridiculous. I was not allowed to go talk to anybody at the senior centers, which I tried, because they were reaching out to me to come in for a meet and greet. So what I'm asking is, now that you're going to be mayor, are things going to change where you're going to really help the residents? Because for the last 8 years, you have not.
It's been 12, actually.
Well, whatever.
Thank you.
So for 12 years, we've done nothing.
Thank you. Anyone else in the public wishing to speak?
Very fiery, that one.
Hi, good evening, Roxanne Berger, 811 Middle Avenue. Congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Now that that's over with in politics, I come before you once again because I'm concerned about the students. I have several issues that I wanted to address. One of them is during the last few weeks, there's an article that keeps surfacing that says that we're the second worst place in London. And we know that that's incorrect. The numbers that that person has used is from the census from 2010. We have greatly improved since that. Our home prices have increased. The testing at our schools have increased. So there's a lot of positive things going on here. However, I'm going to say it once again. When I come to these meetings, I don't feel positive things. We're a great town, and we could be better. But there needs to be engagement, and I don't feel like that is happening. One of the things that I do have a question about is the master plan that was implemented in 2017. Now that 6 years have passed, can you address where we're at in that master plan? The second thing that I wanted to say was I wanted to thank Odessa and the events committee for all the public events. For those of you that don't know, I am a nurse and I do public health. And we were able to go out in the community to educate the community on different things. So thank you for that opportunity. It's very important to me, the health and well-being of the citizens. And if we could do anything to increase their knowledge about their well-being, I think that we should be able to do that as a community and as a borough, because one of the roles is the health and well-being of its citizens. The second thing I wanted to thank is whoever worked on the homes.com about our descriptions about Lindenwold and the great things that we have. Thank you for that. Now we have to work on getting the rating up because we still have a rating of 2.9. And then I discovered during this campaign that we have a dirty little secret that I didn't know about. And even though people might not want to address it, homelessness, people want to push them out, but they are residents of Lindenwold. They just don't have a home. So what is Lindenwold doing to address the homeless situation? And how are we going to help them with the other issues that they might have? Because there's mental illness, drug abuse.
All of that homelessness is handled through the county.
So
it's all, we report it to the county and also onto VOA, and they handle it.
The VOA is under investigation.
And the master plan, the second thing is, I saw the plans of the firehouse. Looks nice, it's beautiful, wonderful. I understand the consolidation of funds and everything, but grants and bonds will be issued for that?
I have no clue, that's already going on.
That's the fire department.
Yeah.
When will they present to you?
They want to come here probably in January, I think they were talking.
In January?
Yeah.
And
They're going to have a meeting about the firehouse here.
And that'll be posted
Yes,
for the public?
it'll be posted for the public.
Okay.
It'll be at a council meeting.
Okay. And,
There's only 2 firehouses, why don't they keep them?
earlier, you spoke about the best practice inventory, and that we got a 32.5. What exactly, or I shouldn't say what, I would like to know what was wanted and how I could go ask, am I allowed, as a public member, am I allowed to see that?
Well, it was filed with the state, New Jersey passed. New Jersey passed. So I'm not sure if how you get access to that.
Just see what
but
the scores were on.
Right, if you put in an open request, you can get it. And you can do that
An
in
open
the clerk's,
request through
the
Lindenwold?
clerk's office.
Okay. that. When I see good things about Lindenwold, I want to promote them, and I want everybody to know what a great town we have. So hopefully, from now on, I'll start to see more of a cooperation instead of, I don't want to use the word antagonistic, but hopefully we'll have a more productive meetings in the future. Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else from the public wishing to speak?
Mayor, may I?
Right.
Here. Just wanted to notice, let you know, Ms. Berger, next fire commission meeting is on the 20th, Monday the 20th at 7 p.m. at the Scott Avenue Station. If you want to, they do have a section of the meeting open to the public, so you can go in and ask questions.
And I'm sorry, what was the date again?
The 20th, Monday.
November 20th?
Correct.
Okay.
And where's the location at?
Scott Avenue Fire Station, 4th and Scott.
Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Trevor Shaw, 805 Norcross. I too will congratulate the winners in the election. A couple questions and a couple statements. I'll start with the trunk or treat. I too want to thank Odessa for a wonderful event. I didn't count how many people we had, but it certainly felt like it was a bigger turnout this year than even last. We run out of candy every year, but this year we didn't run out of book bags for school supplies. We gave out more than 600 book bags that were filled with more than 1,500 pounds of school supplies, everything from scissors to calculators to protractors to you name it was there. The kids had a great time filling their baskets, bags from the baskets, and it was a great event for everyone. We counted about 500 books were also distributed. It could be higher, but we know at least 500 now. So thank you for that, and we appreciate it. Question on the agenda, or a question based on the agenda, is regarding 2023-19. Counselor, can you boil down this legalese? We more commonly know contracts and professional services as the pay-to-play system. Is this putting it back in place, or is it repealing it for good?
It's repealing it because it was superseded by state law.
So state law has now banned it as well?
State law has essentially prohibited any enabling ordinances, or it prohibited the statute which enabled municipalities to enact ordinances. One of the best practices items which Ms. Thompson was talking about was that they were inquiring as to whether or not we had a pay-for-play ordinance, whether it has been repealed pursuant to state law. That's why it ended up on the agenda.
Gotcha, okay.
It's
So
now all governed by state statute. All municipal ordinances everywhere which have to do with that in the state of New Jersey have been sunset as of January 1st.
There's no more pay-to-play?
It's governed by state law, there is, but it's governed by the statute 1944-A-1. That's referenced in the whereas clauses in the ordinance itself.
Okay, fair enough. We'll look for the rest of the details. Next, thank you, Ms. Berger, on mentioning the homes.com work. That was the Love Lindenwold team, and we were very successful in updating that description and caption and photos. It was a really worthwhile process with them. We worked on that in more than 6 months, and it really came out good, so thank you for acknowledging that. And then you guys mentioned open requests, which are definitely handled through the clerk's office. A lot of people don't realize that open requests, you don't need to fill out all that fancy paperwork up there at the desk. It can all be done via email. I can send you the copy if you'd like. But it's very easy. You don't have to go through, you don't even have to pay for the copies. They can send you digital copies for free. It's a very seamless process and very easy. It seems hard when you're handed all the forms, but in reality it's a very simple email. As I say, I can hand you the copy to send. Thank you guys very much. Have a great day.
Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm Gladys Harley, I'm from. I want to thank your office for helping us with our problem. Okay, we now have black boxes all around the complex. Okay, so that problem that we had, so far so good. We don't see anything. Ms. Carr and I will be back. Well, we will attend the meetings every month because we don't know, if the problem returns and if we will be able to get help from Meadowview. So we may have to come to your office again. But I want to thank your office because now we have twice a week trash pickup. They are emptying our recycle bins. So, and we have the black boxes, so that's a good thing for us, okay? And I just wanted to thank your office for that. I really appreciate it.
I'm sorry, Meadowview has agreed to work with us. Meadowview has agreed to work with us, so it's a little easier to get some of that stuff done, so. Thank you.
So, and what's the young guy's name from your,
Tyler.
Yes, he was great because he came out and he walked the property, okay? So that was good. You know, I met him, he said, "You must be glad." I said, "Yes, I am." So, you know, I walked part of the way with him, yeah. So, again, thank you and congratulations on your re-election.
Anyone else from the public wishing to speak? Seeing none, close the meeting to the public and entertain a motion for adjournment, please. And a second?
Second.
All in favor? All right, motion carries. I was hoping that we won't